All right, let's get into the solicits. So this is the August solicits. We'll work our way through as we always do. Which, you know, for a lot of the books amounts to us going ooh and ah at the covers, but
I hope you like Batman, because I have a sneaking suspicion there'll be a lot of Batman in here.
It is DC, so that checks out.
It does stand for Detective Comics after all. So it starts off with Batman issue 126. We're in this weird phase where this is the second issue of Zdarsky's run that's been solicited, but we've not started it yet, so it's kind of like, oh well, we're excited about it, but we don't know what to say about it yet, so it's coming.
They're doing a series of swimsuit variants.
They are, yes.
And these are all going to be fantastic, I'm sure. One here. Yes,
I've seen the Nightwing and the Supergirl one. Oh, this is the Batman and Catwoman one here. Yeah, very good. I do quite like the cover of Batman and Robin in the night sky with the city underneath them. That's quite pretty.
Second one.
That's the second one. Yeah.
Can I say how funny it is that Batman's in briefs but still wearing the cowl?
That is pretty funny. You may. I'll allow it.
Thank you. He should have such a bad sunburn.
Yeah.
That man does not go out in the day very often, and now he's just wearing a cowl and briefs. Not smart.
Yeah, I think that's the In-Hayek Lee cover I'm looking at.
I think so. Yeah, I was about to say that.
So there's a few good covers there, though. They're really playing them on, because I guess these swimsuit covers won't count as the regular variant, so a lot of covers or a lot of books will have a second variant this month.
Oh, it's not. The In-Hayek Lee is the red. Really red one later on.
Oh, right. Oh, that one's still quite nice. But fair enough.
Yeah. Might be the Alex Garner one.
It may be. There's a mystery. Next up, though, and this will sort of spin it into a larger news story here, is we have a one-shot called Batman One Bad Day, The Riddler Issue 1. This is an $8, 64-page prestige one-shot. And they're going to be doing these, a bunch of these. It's like a series of one-shots. Luckily, they're not doing them like all in 1 month or anything, as I would have feared.
They're 8, one a month, so it's essentially a mini-series.
Yeah, so it's going to take over 8 months, which is fine. One of these a month is totally fine by me. But I'll give you the creative teams here for these. So you Batman the Riddler, Batman One Bad Day the Riddler. This is Tom King and Mitch Gerads, which, pretty superstar team.
Mm-hmm. What have they ever done?
Nothing of note.
Nothing.
Maybe something over somewhere else. Who knows? But definitely not DC.
I mean, I've got this just strange feeling that they've done something else. Maybe I should go to.
It'd be a miracle if we could figure it out.
Then we got Batman One Bad Day.
About what?
Two-Face. Which is Mariko Tamaki with Javier Fernandez and Jordi Belair. That's also a great goddamn team, actually.
Most of these are great teams. There's one in particular I'm very excited for.
Next up we got Batman One Bad Day, The Penguin by John Ridley, Giuseppe Camuncoli, Cam Smith, and Arif Prianto, sorry. Do you know what? I was doing so well with these awkward names in that batch until that last one. But yeah, so that's cool. And then we got Batman One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze, which is Jerry Duggan, Matteo Scalera, and Dave Stewart. And there we go.
I'm not huge on Duggan, but Scalera's art is gorgeous.
That cover,
Stewart's one of the best colorists in the game.
Yeah, that cover, which is it's just like Freeze's helmet, but it's actually a snow globe, and Batman and Robin are running it in the snow. That looks great.
I struggled my way through 6 issues of a Remender book just because of Scalera art.
Which one was that?
Like something science.
Yeah, Black Science.
Black Science, yeah. Oh, absolutely gorgeous though.
Remender to dismember.
That's how it makes my brain feel reading his work. Just dismembered.
And Candy X-Force was fun.
I will take your word for it. I tried an issue and I was like, nope.
Next up, Batman One Bad Day Catwoman is G. Willow Wilson with Jamie McKelvey and Tamara Bonvillain. That's also a pretty interesting team.
That is easily the one I'm most excited for.
We got the Bane. I'll stop saying the full thing. It's just the Bane issue. Joshua Williamson, Howard Porter, and Tamil Mori. That's probably the most normal batch of like names out of all this list.
Yeah.
That's like it's a standard DC book, right?
We got a Clayface issue with a very pretty cover, might I say. And this is by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. This is a bit of a normal team as well. Zamanico.
Yeah, but it's
With
it's still on the normal scale of things for DC, but less so.
Yes. And here to just save up the rear is the Ra's al Ghul issue, which is Tom Taylor, our patron saint, with Ivan Reis.
That's interesting because my article says Tom King.
It's Taylor.
It does, but it's Taylor because he announced it.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
very excited.
That's even funnier than
The one thing I knew going into this without having read it in advance is that both Taylor and King said they had a book in this batch, so I knew this is right. This is
Oh
definitely
my
Taylor.
god!
Okay.
What if they messed it up and this is supposed to be?
Unless it's the wrong way round. Maybe it's Taylor with Gerrards, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
no, because there's an image for that one,
Sure.
and that's
Yes.
the one in
know.
the solicits. Whereas,
I know.
but
Yeah.
that's funny because like this is the Newsarama article I'm looking at,
Mhm.
and they have it listed as Tom King and Ivan Reis.
Nah, it's Tom Taylor. Definitely Tom Taylor. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're intentionally
That's
jabbing.
slightly more exciting because Tom Taylor, but I mean,
Mm.
it's still a pretty like okay, it's a DC. That's a DC one shot.
I would say out of
copy,
those
that's-
8, I'd say there's about 5 of them that sound quite exciting, which is actually quite good.
yeah, there's at least like 3 or 4 that I'm like, oh, I'm really into those teams.
Yeah.
I feel like the last time they did something like this, I got a really fun Penguin story out of Jason Aaron before I realized who Jason Aaron was.
Mm.
So that came out, I think, 2008 because they were doing stuff for The Dark Knight. So, yeah.
Yeah,
That's just a neat
Notable
idea.
that
I
there's
think
no Joker issue.
that's
Oh, thank God.
also pretty cool, and it's I think having one of these a month is a special kind of not quite a Black Label book because it's not Black Label, but this sort of prestige one shot that's a complete story. I think these will be fun to talk about over the course of the
Mhm.
months. So yeah, 1 or 2 might not be as good, but by and large they have an exciting set of names on them. So that's cool. That's Batman One Bad Day, starting in August with the Tom King and Mitch Gerrard's issue of the Riddler. So buckle in for those. And there's more covers for the Riddler issue because it's in the solicits with variants. I think the main one's the best still, with the hat with the question mark on it. But
The Marquez cover has me a little concerned about these, like, because it looks like a very young Riddler. It looks like they're doing a kid thing. And I'm like, are these all just going to be like origin stories?
no, I wonder if that's just in this case because the story happens to have a flashback to something that's relevant to him.
It could be, yeah.
And that's
The
just what he's
Boland
focusing on.
cover is terrifying.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
So next up we got Batman Dear Detective issue 1. This is Lee Beharo. This is a Prestige Plus one shot, 56 pages. So you know what sort of art to get.
Yeah, this is the one we spoke about last week,
Yeah.
where it was all the covers is making up the story.
Which is intriguing. This is an experiment, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So that's good. The cover, the cover obviously it's nice, it's Beharo, but
It's one of Bahama's Batman covers,
Yeah.
right? You've
It'd be
seen
a gallery
literally
of covers.
50 of them at this point.
yes. Yeah, we haven't seen this particular. This one's just for this.
Yeah.
Because it says Dear Detective on it.
It does, but you've seen ones very similar to this already.
Yes. And before someone gets snide in the comments, it's not just like plastered a logo on top. It's drawn into the cover. It's a neon sign in the image. So just before anyone gets snee.
Yeah.
Before anyone pulls a Connor in chat. All right.
Would I do that? Don't answer that.
All right, Detective Comics 1063. Much like Batman, this is the second issue of the new team with Ram V and Albuquerque. Super excited for this still.
Yeah.
So cool. Flashpoint Beyond issue 4. I mean, there's a train wreck quality to this one.
I don't know. Dexter Dent.
Dexter Dent.
That's the kid.
That's the kid. Yeah. He's around. Yeah, this is from Flashpoint. This kid existing. That's fine.
Oh boy, there's Grifter.
There is kind of like a train wreck quality to it, though. I have to say.
It feels a lot like getting a trailer for a movie that I don't want to see. But I was like, that might be fun in the theater. You know?
Yeah, and then we got Sword of Azrael, Dan Waters, Nicola Zizmizia. I'll do my best. That's my best take of that.
Chamish, yeah. They that artist has been doing the Batman Zatanna story in Urban Legends.
Ah.
It's kind of a mixed bag, but maybe with Waters.
I absolutely love that variant cover though.
Yeah,
it's not what I was expecting.
I don't think you could get two different styles. It's so different than the regular and variant cover of this Azrael book.
And I know there's a Middleton cover as well to come.
And a Joe Q cover. That.
Yeah.
What's going on? Joe Q at DC?
It took me a second to realize. It took me a second to realize who Matt meant. There's a Joe Q.
Yeah.
Joe Q.
Joe Quesada.
Yeah. I don't know what Quesada is, but I just never heard him referred to as Joe Q before.
Chief at Marvel Comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, before Kurosawa-san. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next up. Wait, more Sword of Azrael?
That's the one-shot collecting the urban legends.
Okay.
Because that'll lead into this.
That's right. They said they were going to do that. Yes. And then the other thing that was announced this week from Tom Taylor, we already knew it was coming, of course. We just didn't have a name for it yet. But sort of the end of the Deceased trilogy is going to be an 8-issue miniseries called Deceased: War of the Undead Gods. It's got a great cover with Green Canary on the cover. So, I mean, yeah, what's to say? Deceased has been great. Can't wait to see how they wrap it up. You know.
It says art by Andy Lanning. Have we ever seen art by Andy Lanning?
Don't think so.
Because Abbott and Lanning were a writing team, but I don't know any art, so I don't know if that's a misprint. Because they only bring up hair sign in the solicit text. So
I've just googled him. It says he's done a lot of inking work.
Okay, so maybe he's inking.
Yeah, maybe he's just inking
art.
Yeah. That Green Canary cover is not the main one though. It just appears first on this. The main cover's got like a big dark side holding.
Yeah, the main cover's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. But you know, it is what it is. But no, he's making it very clear this is the ending. This was always kind of the planned end of the trilogy. The only problem I have with that phrasing is that I think the best part of Deceased was not part of the trilogy. But you know, whatever.
It was the in between.
Yeah, the Unkillables was my favorite part. But that's cool. Excited for that. Always happy for more Tom Taylor in my DC weekly rotation. Dark Crisis issue 3. The event's still going to be going. No surprise. So we'll see how great Perez. I do actually kind of dig the cover. It's like the you know the Zod and these goons in the Superman movie, like being waiting for on trial. That cover is the Trinity. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah, I'm into it. The one shot for the month: Dark Crisis, World Without a Justice League, Green Lantern. This is the Philip Kennedy Johnson one, so excitement. Behold.
Fernando Blanco art too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dark Crisis Young Justice issue 3. That's the miniseries going alongside the event. So we talked about all this. When they released the checklist, we talked about everything that was coming for the Dark Crisis. It's fairly contained, which is nice. The one main book that is tying into it is the Flash for 3 issues, starting next month. And finally enough, Flash 785 is next here. They've intentionally put it next to that. There's a pretty fun cover here with Wally running with Jay and Jesse Quick with it's basically Shattered Glass. It's almost like Phantom Zone-esque with like the various super family members and Robin and Black Canary in the glass.
I really like the composition of the cover here. I really dislike how like all the flashes just kind of feel pasted on.
Yeah, like layers.
Yeah, like I can see the layers of the artwork, and it doesn't mesh very well.
Fair enough. I'll still take it over that other cover though, which is making me get not quite Rosmo, but there's some Rosmo-esque qualities about it.
I kind of dig that one.
Oh God, why are you the worst?
Style to it.
All right, DC Saved by the Belle Reve. Okay, that is a great title. Whoa,
I just saw it. I'm in.
What is this? So this is a one shot, seemingly. 80-page one shot, and it's got a bunch of teams on it. We've got on writing, we've got Art Baltazar, Franco, Andrew Aiden, Dan Waters, Becky Cloonan, Brendan Fletcher, Tim Seeley, Brandon Thomas, Peter J. Tomasi, and Dave Vilgos. And then art by some of the same people, but also Nelson Daniel, Dion Faraya. I've probably seen him in some. Carl Kersh, Mike Norton, Scott Collins, Craig Cermak. So, yeah, I'll read what this says. School's back in session, and we just know what you're waiting for. The bell to give someone Reeve Leaf. That's terrible. I love it, but it's terrible.
They're working hard for that one.
They're a bit, all right, you can't say we didn't try.
So DC Saved by the Bell Reeve halls are packed with 8 tales of school-time fun from around the DC universe. So basically, it's just a young Justice, young characters in the DC universe anthology.
Doing Tiny Titans. That's some of them in the past.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out
that Clone and stuff is Gotham Academy.
I'm just pointing out it's got nothing to do with Bell Reeve itself. They're just using that for the pun because it's DC related.
Can you blame them?
I can't. No, it's great.
There is a Suicide Squad story though, so
there is. There's an Azrael story. I'm assuming that's what Dan Waters is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to admit, I don't know if I can be bothered reading this. I don't think a lot of it appeals to me, but I do give points for the title.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Like, I don't know how much I care about reading it, especially if it comes out a busy week. But it's better than 80th anniversary special. Like just slapping any title on it and going, this is a theme to it, and it's got some thought put in.
Also, I appreciate that Waters is becoming the Jean Paul guy, and the way that Rosenberg has become the Red Hood type guy. Like they're really ingratiating themselves into that character. So we're gonna keep getting more of these, little annuals. Not annuals, you know what I mean? Smaller
one shots, specials, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Poison Ivy issue 3, G. Willow Wilson with Marcio Takara.
Mm-hmm.
What a cover.
Yeah, so I had a feeling people were going to splooge over this cover.
I mean, it is gorgeous.
In fact, Matt might literally do that when he gets his physical copy.
No, I don't ruin comics, thank you.
I do. I quite like the painted one where she's sort of like holding like a dying flower. That was also dark.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bit of a mood to it.
Oh, that's really nice as well. Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
I think I like all of them pretty much.
They're not bad. By any means. So I'm just not I like Poison Ivy well enough, but I'm not a Poison Ivy simp like Matt is and Connor is. So.
Oh hey, I got nothing on Matt.
No one does. Really.
I just like a lot of these covers, but I like a lot of the covers that we've talked about. So.
Sandman issue 1 facsimile edition. I'll just go on past that. You know what that is. Same with Detective Comics 27. Harley Quinn issue 18. Connor's favorite series.
But look who's on art.
Oh, it's not. It's
not Rosmo. So. It's fine. Although, what the hell is going on in that book?
Task Force XX, so Task Force 20.
Uh-huh. Or Task Force XX.
Is she in the future?
I think so. Well, so she's headed to space on JLA Moonbase, Luke Fox.
Do you know what? Given the sense of humor that Harley has, they could totally do an arc after this called Task Force XXX and then just say, not a porn parody, and that would be quite funny.
It would be. Can we talk about how she's played hockey in the variant cover?
Oh, okay, so
cool.
So Matt's buying this for the variant cover then.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty cool considering Stephanie Phillips does play hockey.
Keep going. Keep going. I'm very scared.
What, another cover?
No. Keep going to the next book.
Harley Quinn 19!
Keep going.
20? What's happening? 21? It's weekly? It's weekly in August? An annual?
There's 5 issues. No. That is a shit ton of Harley Quinn in August.
Is it some sort of Harley...
None of it's Rosmo.
Is there some sort of Harley Quinn anniversary or something in August? What's happening?
Not that I'm aware of.
Would it be her 30th? She came out in 90.
92? Yeah, could be. That sounds kind of roughly right. I don't know. It is worth mentioning for the patron who makes Connor read Harley. You can't make him read 5 books in 1 month. You have to spread them over 5 months. I am going to
be very far behind by the end of that month.
Yeah. Well, yes, yeah. It'll take you 5 months to get to the annual, and then there'll be 5 new regular issues by that point to do.
Yep.
That's pretty funny. That's a lot.
That's miserable. Why would you do this to me, DC? Why would you put that all out?
There's also Harley Quinn, the animated series, The Real Sidekicks of New Gotham Special, issue 1. It's an 80-page one-shot. With a bunch of names on it.
Various writers from the show doing
that's surprising.
short stories for the comic.
We do have other annuals, though, seemingly. We got the Flash 2022 annual. Jeremy Adams is writing with Sergio Acuna. This does not appear to be a tie-in to Dark Crisis. This will just be a standalone Wally West story.
That's another cover I love.
The main one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's only one, actually. So, yeah, it's a Wally and Linda story. Alright, next up we got Wonder Girl 2022 annual, which is interesting because she doesn't actually have a book, but she has an annual.
That makes sense. It's like just throwing in a one-shot, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's fair enough. And then Olympus Rebirth issue 1.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a one-shot by Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad. So presumably this is tying into Wonder Woman-esque stuff.
Yeah. So this has me and Connor written all over it.
Also, that main cover is phenomenal. I actually really like all the covers, but that first one in particular.
Yep. So Hippolyta has gotten into the Pantheon. Almost feel like she's swapped with Diana.
Well, right? She is Deed, so, you know.
Yeah. So, Connor, what do we think she's become the goddess of?
I really don't know. I don't know who are they going to shaft?
Shellfish.
Right. So, we'll see.
She's got the plants around her, so I'm wondering on the Tula Lote cover, that is.
But is that just because Tula Lote loves drawing Poison Ivy and she forgot she wasn't doing Poison Ivy for a minute?
It's possible, but it could be Demia.
Then next up, we have a 4-issue mini starting called The New Champion of Shazam by Josie Campbell and art by Doc Shaner. So is this Shaner's book that he was supposed to be writing?
I'm assuming it was, but I thought he was writing it, yeah.
So this is Mary Marvel becoming the new main Shazam character, which is cool. I'm all about this premise, and I love Shaner art. So, and I think he's perfect for Shazam because he screams Silver Age, that character.
Do you know what else I love?
What do you love?
That Middleton variant.
I'm sure you do. It's very nice. I'm not going to deny it. Both covers are very good. And Gary Frank's got a cover, which
is fine. It's Gary Frank, but.
Yes, I'm all about this.
I feel I'm on the verge of Matt trying to get annoyed at me, but I'm all into this book. Yeah, it should be fun.
Wait, why am I getting annoyed? I had to listen for something. So it sounds like it went wrong.
It's fine. Just don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Tales of the Human Target issue 1. We talked about this when it was announced. 1 page with different stories by Tom King with different artists, sort of filling in the gap a little bit between the two halves of the series. So that's cool. I don't know if we have more covers here to look at compared to before. Maybe we do. I don't know.
No.
But the main one's very nice. The main one with the pulpy looking cover is very good. And then they've got the trade for the first half of Human Target, unsurprisingly. Same with DC's Dark Knights of Steel Volume 1, first 6 issues, I presume. Mm-hmm. And then same with DC versus a lot of first halves of books that are about 10 to 12 issues getting their trades. Then we have Black Adam, the Justice Society Files Cyclone issue 1. Interesting. What is this?
Movie tie-in?
Oh, it's a movie tie-in.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it is because this is the Cyclone that was in the trailer.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So when she was young, Maxine Hunkel dreamed of flying with the Justice Society. Now she has the powers and opportunity. Will she say yes? Guest starring Hawkman on the road to Black Adam, plus continuing the Teth Adam backup story.
Although, I mean, I will point out here it's co-written by Brian Q. Miller, or he's doing one of the stories in it, perhaps. Whatever.
And Calvin Scott is not bad.
which is fine. But I'm not out Brian Q. Miller because I feel like he's barely done anything, especially with DC in a long ass time. So
and his last kind of stuff has been tie into other media. So I'll probably read this. I do like the character of Cyclone.
Let Brian Q. Miller do more things. DC, give him a character. Let him just go with it. Please and thank you. They're reprinting Black Adam GSA Black Rain. Cool. As a trade. You can tell the Black Adam movie's coming out around here because they got Black Adam Rise and Fall of an Empire trade.
His issues from 52.
That's weird. Well, he says issues. You mean just his parts of?
Yeah.
Because it was never a full issue, really.
Yeah. But his stuff.
Until World War III, which completely took up a week or a month. I can't remember.
That's a weird read. Like I would encourage people to not read this and just go read 52. But sure.
Yeah.
You got Black Adam: The Dark Age new edition. So yeah, they're just reprint a bunch of stuff. Green Lantern Alliance. This is obviously one of these young adult graphic novels. Is this a new one though, or is it a reprint?
I think it's continuing because they're adding the. I remember Minley.
So it's a sequel.
Doing it before. Yeah, but we're getting a Flash and a Green Lantern together, which is cool. I always like that dynamic.
Classic pairing. Yeah,
there's a good Flash there. Yeah, it's really cool. On a similar vein, Diana and Nubia, Princesses of the Amazons. Another one of these young adult graphic novels. And then back out of the single issues, kicking off with Action Comics 1046, continuing the run. That's a
little bit disappointing Eaglesham on art and not Federici, as we're still in the War World stuff.
Yeah, but he's had to take an issue off before, so this might just be a one-time thing.
It feels like it's one of those built-in type because it feels like it's going to focus on Earth.
Yeah.
Wall.
Because it's steel that's on the cover. It's a pretty nifty painted-looking cover, actually.
It is, yeah. Nice.
This has got the Supergirl swimsuit variant.
I haven't seen that yet. Very good. Yeah.
We got Aquaman and the Flash, Void Song, issue 3. This is Langsley and Kelly. Their miniseries. We got Batgirls issue 9. I don't love that cover, but I do admit the thought of Cass with a rubber ringy around her is quite funny.
The tone of it is hilarious.
Yeah, the second cover is actually much nicer, I think.
Yeah, I really like that second cover.
Yeah, that's really nice. So that is cool. Then we got Batman Beyond Neo Year issue 5, so that's still going. Batman Superman World's Finest issue 6. Notably,
not Dan Moore.
Yeah, it's switched to Travis Moore for this one.
Right.
Does sound like it might be a standalone issue, perhaps.
It does, yeah. So I wonder if issue 5 is the finale of the current arc.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you said, oh no.
That Dotson's cover is going to be my new wallpaper.
That is good.
It's Supergirl and Batgirl, Pete.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think the Dotsons are that good. Like you guys always seem to
the Dotsons.
love them. Like
because you have no taste.
They're just okay. I don't know. Look at that. I don't know. I don't get it.
There's a pulpy cheesecakiness to it, but it doesn't go. It rides that line, you know.
I like the main cover. That Dan Mora cover is really nice.
The Dan Mora cover is really
always nice.
Yeah.
And I would guess this would be the swimsuit variant by Sandoval.
I saw them in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got Crypto up on a pool float, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, that's another fun one. I like Bruce holding his table tennis paddle. It's got a hole through it because of how Clark's hit it.
Yeah.
That's good. Batman Fortress issue 4, the Gary Whitta book, which will be starting soon, so we'll have some opinions
next
on
week,
it.
I believe.
Yeah. So really nice cover there though with Batman in his snow jacket.
That's a great snow jacket with the Bat logo still on it.
Yeah. Batman Killing Time issue 6, so that miniseries is wrapping up in August. So not much to say there. Batman the Night issue 8 out in August. Cool.
Yeah. Feels very Raz presence.
Well, I mean, each issue's been kind of like a different teacher. I mean, I know we've kind of had Raz already, but maybe like we'll eventually go back to him for what it says in the cover. His final test.
I might be completely off, but just the hood and the dark smile. So
yeah, maybe it's actually someone else. Batman Urban Legends issue 18, still going. A string of new sagas begins, so there's a few new stories in this one. Tinny Howard and Blake Howard doing a Batman story. Batman the Outsiders have to save Signal from burning out. A new mystery begins starring Alfred Pennyworth before its passing from All-Star creative team of Chris Burnham. And a story from Batman's past, the Dark Knight must team up with Etrigan, the demon, to stop the reincarnators. So...
They sound fun enough, all of them.
I feel like Etrigan's just this character that constantly shows up in these little like short stories and anthology books now.
Because he's cool, and they know that people will buy the Etrigan story.
Well, there's also that you don't want to write him rhyming all the time, so you just get him in small doses.
Okay, I can see that. Batman White Knight presents Red Hood issue 2, so the next part of that mini is going along. Black Adam issue 3 from Priest, which again not started yet, but we'll get into it. Very interesting cover there with it's a very painted cover, but it's Black Adam looking like he's let's be honest, it's a sort of like pose someone has when they've just slit their wrist, to be honest, like the way he's dangling his arm at the bathtub.
To borrow a phrase from the movie Locke, he is distressed.
Yes.
Honestly, with the way he's holding his arm further up, it looks more like a drug use.
Yeah, or even like he's having a heart attack, you know, the way that you feel it in your arm first kind of thing.
Yeah. Also, the going through the covers, there's a few real nice ones.
Oh, the red one.
With the sun behind. Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and there's a swimsuit variant as well. And he's hot tub. So, very good.
Lou Pacino's a perfect artist for a swimsuit variant.
Yep.
Blood Syndicate Season 1, Issue 4. So that's continuing on. Catwoman 46, the book that keeps having nice covers, but none of us wanted to keep reading. And there is a swimsuit cover, of course. Although, to be honest, like I feel like this swimsuit cover could literally be the variant to any Catwoman cover because it's something they do so often with her. These types of covers.
It is, yeah.
But you know, that's cool. Catwoman Lonely City issue 4, the final of the Black Label series, is coming in August, as we knew anyway. But nice to see it in the Solicits all the same. DC vs Vampires issue 8 of 12 is coming. Not much to add.
Man, more great covers.
DC vs Vampires All Out War issue 2. This is the second of the 6-issue miniseries running alongside the second half of the main book. So that's also very, very neat. There's a nice Mary Marvel cover on that one, actually. I mean, her face is a little bit...
I do like that Mary Marvel cover. And then there's a Stoko cover as well.
Oh, yeah.
With Booster.
A Booster covered in gunk.
And goop. Yeah.
Dual wielding his stakes.
DC Mech issue 2. So we'll see how this goes. Is that Ares? Is that a Mech Ares that's on the cover?
It looks like it might be, yeah. I love the big giant Flash Gundam on the second one.
Oh, I didn't even look at that cover yet. Oh, yeah, very good.
Like, I get that this might not be for everyone, but that definitely feels appropriate for the vibe that it should be aiming
Given
for
how
if you're going to do this.
Shockingly good Jurassic League has been, this has got a lot to live up to even...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as good as Jurassic League.
Yeah.
A few things will be, but you can hope.
Yeah, Deathstroke Inc issue 12. Got Green Arrow on the cover there. Makes sense given that Dinah's involved, that Oliver eventually is getting...
This is still the Deathstroke Year 1 story.
It is, yeah.
I see.
It's a good cover, though.
The swimsuit cover cracks me up.
That's great, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the swimsuit cover. Oh, yeah,
He's feeding a man to a shark off of a
That's not
yacht.
bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Duo issue 4, the Greg Pak book. That's still going on. Fables issue 154. Chugging along nicely. Future State Gotham issue 16. I am shocked that still doesn't say final issue, but there it is.
Good on them.
I Am Batman issue 12. That's a neat cover, actually, having his bike.
Not the final issue for that either, which is interesting, because if it was going to be one around here, you'd expect it to be at 12.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 then.
Yeah, I mean, it means you've probably got another arc out of it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes issue 6, which is the final issue of that miniseries from Bendis.
Matt's favourite book is coming to an end.
Yep. Multiversity Teen Justice issue 3. Issue 3. So this isn't started yet, so we
no.
you know, I'm not sure how excited we are to try it, admittedly, but
Not massively.
I like the colors on that
it says
cover.
there's a Stephanie Hans variant. So, yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah. Naomi season 2 issue 6. So another Bendis book's coming to an end in August.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's going to have nothing the month after.
That's all. Yeah, but that's the scary part. Is like what's getting announced in September for Bendis.
Nothing. He's going.
What's he been given?
I joke, but it's actually possible at this point.
It's been long enough, that he could leave now. But I'm just, there's also a chance that they'll announce 3 new Bendis books in September.
How dare you?
Yes.
How dare you put that out into the universe?
What else does Connor like that he can ruin?
Everything. Anything. Just let him have Red Hood and leave me alone.
Oh dear. Nightwing
And
issue.
this is Harley Quinn.
Nightwing issue 95. Taylor Redondo. We know the just at this point. I do love that cover though. So it's like a street work sign. But instead of like the men at work, it's like a symbol that means it's sort of clearly looks like Nightwing swinging.
And it's him swinging behind it in the exact same pose.
That is wonderful. The variant's quite nice as well. Him, and silhouette.
I like the third one with him eating the bagel.
And the I was gonna say donut. You're right. It's a bagel. That's disappointing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It is a bagel.
Yeah, and the swimsuit cover, of course, which everyone will,
Nicholas Scott draws a great Dick Grayson. This is well known.
Yes. There's his ass in all its glory.
I mean, she is the one who started that whole thing off.
Yep.
Can bounce a quarter off of it.
Nubia Queen of the Amazons issue 3 of 4 up next. We got Robin issue 17.
Lord Deathman.
Sometimes it's nice to have a simple cover with just a white background like that. I think it sticks out. Rogues issue 4, the final issue of the Williamson Rogues Black Label series. Really nice cover as well, with like Captain Cold's goggles and like weapon just lying on the ground as if, oh no, something bad's happened.
I really like the variant as well.
Pete, he's got the dynamite ring.
The beautiful dynamite diamond ring, yes.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's fighting a pig? Is Wardlow on the other side of the page?
Wardlow versus Grodd. I'd pay money.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Issue 117. Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 14. Just see if there's anything particular. The variant with the Kid John with the S.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, I do like that they're teasing giving Jay a actual superhero costume and stuff.
There's something that, it mentions here, embrace his powers and become the hero, but the way this cover is, it makes me go, can he phase through dimensions?
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out. I mean, Kitty Pryde once phased a missile through Earth, so
she did.
And astonishing. So Task
Force Z issue 11, penultimate issue of that series. So cool.
So fun, and looks like we have the return of Gotham Boy, or just Gotham. There, he's zombified.
Yeah, I will say I don't appreciate the return of the Bat Rabbit mech suit and the variant cover.
But you know what? With that company being the crux of it all, I do like that the Rookie being there, and this is almost like a send up to that era. So that's fine with Bloom and all of that. But yeah, we'll see.
Jurassic League issue 4.
Hey,
it
oh
gives
my
us
God.
the names of some of the ones that we didn't know.
Oh, does it? Let me see. Trinity of Batsaur, One Dawn, and Superstar welcomes a few new monstrous members in the form of Aquinx. Aquinix, okay.
Like Baryonyx.
Flash Raptor. And Green Torch. Okay.
And the Green Torch looks like he's taking that guy to Suplex City.
Yeah, that's a German suplex if I ever saw one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
a Kateshta deadlift one, Matt, just to give it a bit more style. The other cover with all the chaos going on is quite good, with the full Justice League flying around.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the Red Lantern going to be called? Oh, there's so many creatures to name.
Well, it's a Carnotaurus, so we'll have some fun with that, I'm sure. Carnotaurus, something, I don't know.
Good stuff. Yeah, okay. Hey, me. Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country, issue 5.
Stunning cover again.
The Swamp Thing, issue 16. The final issue of Ram v Swamp Thing, sadly. But
For now.
all good things. I love that second cover. It's Swamp Thing with all the mechanical parts around him.
Yeah.
That is good, yeah.
Looks like he's phasing into it too, like they're trying to take over him.
Yeah. I mean, Connor wasn't here for the last issue, but me and Matt both gave it like 10s. So
I haven't read it yet.
oh well.
So
Brother.
Let's just say we love the ideas it presented.
Oh, I suspect I will enjoy it then.
Wonder Woman issue 790. We're getting close to 800 though, just dawning on me now. So yeah, I mean it's still another 10 months admittedly, but that's still relatively close.
Hey, you never know, they might surprise us with a Wonder Woman month like Harley Quinn. Blast through 5 issues in a month.
So we're getting Villainy Inc stuff, which obviously has been set up.
Cover is very reminiscent of, is it the Hikatea?
Yeah, it's the start of Rucka's Wonder Woman run,
But it's a very similar cover to that, right?
It is, but it looks like Psycho's enjoying it way more than Bruce ever did. So she better watch out.
He's like, yeah, whip me with that gold lasso.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting parallel.
Yeah, I do like the variant cover though too, with her holding the tarot card.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Then we got Young Justice Targets issue 2.
That's the cartoon tie-in.
Yeah, it's the show continuity.
Yeah, and then that's single issues. So you got American Vampire Omnibus Volume 1.
Oh, they're reprinting that at last.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this has got 1 to 27 in the first 2 miniseries. And
then Omnibus Volume 2, which is the rest of it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Which includes Second Cycle and whatever else that came out. Yeah.
This is the one I need because this is where I stopped reading. So
yeah, issue 28 to 34, the original series, then some one-shots, anthologies, Second Cycle 1 to 11, and 76 issues 1 to 10. Yeah, so
to be fair, 2 Omnis to collect that whole thing like that, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I might pick them up myself.
Yeah, so to put it in sort of trades, the first volume is the first 5 trades, and then the rest of it's the second volume. So
yeah,
neat.
I have 6 trades, so.
I mean, they're both just under 1,000 pages long, give or take.
So that's a good split. Yeah. Okay. So Batman Black and White collected. I assume this is the newer Black and White issues that came out.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Then we got Arkham Rising, volume of Detective Comics from Tamaki. Cool. This looks like it's up to the start of the tower, so the tower will be its own thing presumably after this.
Yeah, I'd have thought so.
Yeah. And then we got a new version of Hush, 20th anniversary edition. Sure, that'll be reprinted forever. As well, funny enough, Long Halloween.
It says deluxe edition, so it might be the oversized hardcover.
Oh, it says it's 6 5/8 by 10 by 3/16. So
I think that's the regular one, isn't it?
Oh, actually, no, I tell a lie. So they've confused this a little bit by adding Long Halloween in the title. So this is actually just Haunted Night, which was the 3 one-shots they did before they did Long Halloween. But they're trying to use the Long Halloween name to kind of prop it up a little bit here.
So I never read these, but what's the Bat Ape? Oh wait, never mind. That's the wrong book.
I was like, what are you on about?
Excuse me.
And then I look at the next one. He's on the Silver Age omnibus, so of course there's a Bat Ape in that.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I've read Haunted Night. I remember there's a story with Barbara that involves Mad Hatter, which I remember being all right. But they're definitely not as memorable as Long Halloween and Dark Victory, which are the 2 great, books.
Yeah, you have Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special 1, Batman Madness, The Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special number 1, and Batman Ghosts, A Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special. So we have Ghost, Madness, and the original.
It was basically the 3 years before Long Halloween. They did one each Halloween, and then they did Long Halloween, which obviously lasted a whole year. It's actually really cool they're doing a Silver Age omnibus because it means they're finally getting into that era because they spent a long time going through all the Golden Age stuff
and
they finished it. I think I assume they did after starting Silver Age.
I mean, this has the Rainbow Batman in it too, so that's pretty cool.
So it's cool that eventually, because of remastering all these, and they'll make it, or they always should make it to the digital side of things, that eventually you will have every single issue of Batman, Detective, Superman Action available. Which admittedly, you have to be a crazy person to actually read the whole run of all those.
But there are people out there.
They are, but even just for like research sake, being able to pick out any issue at a moment's notice, they should be available. So
yeah,
it's good stuff. Urban Legends Volume 3, obviously just collecting more of the Urban Legends stuff.
That has the Tana Batman and the Mark Russell, which someone asked him if there's plans, and he said yes. But they just have to get, time. So yeah, the Mark Russell story.
That's cool.
That's good.
Blue and Gold's been collected. Makes sense.
When's that out? So I'll finally be able to read it. It's September. Great.
End of September, yeah.
Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes book 1. So is this the start of the Jaime Reyes stuff from?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's Stefan and Rogers with Hamner, Albuquerque, Rouleau.
That's cool. So I wonder if they'll keep going all the way into like all the the New 52 book and the Rebirth
12 issues.
book.
So they're obviously some of their longer running series with the thicker trades have kind of wrapped up over the last year or so.
Mm.
This is maybe okay, we'll look at what else we can try and see if their audiences are receptive to it.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget Jaime Reyes is a character that's out there. And so it's good that they put these out every so often to remind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Future State Gotham Volume 2, The Next Joker, Hardware Season 1's getting collected, Justice League Incarnate being collected, straightforward stuff here. Nubia and the Amazons collected. Phantom Stranger Omnibus, that's a neat book to see here. It's got collecting a lot of different things here. You've got like a 6-issue miniseries from 52, 41 issues of just an ongoing book. That started in 1969, and then just some Brave and the Bold issues that he happened to be in, some other things.
Just issues of other things that you have to show up in here or there.
13 issues of Saga of the Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's actually quite a big book. It's
1,200 pages. Yeah.
Don't drop that on your foot.
Yeah, I have read very little Phantom Stranger. He's popped up in things that I've read. I've never really delved into him on his own, but
reminding Tim that in the New 52 he's meant to be Judas.
I forgot all about
that. Yeah, that was.
I read all that stuff. That was where that was all relevant, and I just forgot
it because you had to remember other things, Cotter. So it just went away.
Yeah. Punchline: The Trial of Alexis K. So this is all the backups from Joker, all 15 issues, plus some stuff from the 8th anniversary issue. So it makes sense this is getting a separate trade on its own.
It does. Speaking of Joker, I'll throw in the extra news story I saw while we're on it. The final issue, which is 15, has been delayed a few weeks. So it's coming out at the end of June now instead of mid-June. And it's added extra pages. Just as it's now 48 pages, and it is now $6.99.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why there's a delay, because there's like, hey, there's some extra pages to draw in ink, so I have a couple extra weeks.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe that's simple.
It's going to leave it a little over 2 months since the previous issue, like from 14 to 15. But yeah.
Robin Volume 2, I Am Robin. Speaks for itself. Robin's Being Robin, that's the Tim Seeley book that we all didn't really like that much. Suicide Squad King Shark miniseries being collected. Task Force Z Volume 1. Straightforward. The Flash by Mark Waid Omnibus Volume 1. So they already did the thick trades of this, which I think that ended up as 7. No, it was 8 books. So it ended up as 8 full books trades. So if I look at these issue numbers here, is this 3 of those thick trades? I think it is.
62 to 91's about 28, right?
Yeah, or is this just the first 2? Or is it maybe
you usually get 12 or so issues in those thick trades.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to split into 3 omnibuses, so it won't actually line up with the thick trades perfectly, because there was 8 of those.
Right.
They might split it a little differently, so it's like a
maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure, because this is about 1,000 pages.
1088.
Yeah, and that doesn't sound, that sounds like more than 2 of those trades, but I don't know if it's quite 3 of them. So I'm thinking they're maybe
Probably
split it
is.
differently.
A 6-issue trade is what, about 150 odd pages usually, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, but some of those thick trades were bigger because they had like extra one shots and stuff in them.
They were, but I'm thinking they're usually around 300 to 350. So 3 of those is going to be around 1,050.
But they've got 8 books though. So if they have 3 in this first one, then how do they split the other 5? Like maybe it's just
They've done this before, where they've done like just a smaller 3rd volume. So 3, and a 2.
Oh, sure. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. Or maybe some of those later thick trades were thicker on the early ones, so it'll work out easier. Because they did start to make them bigger. Because at first they were really strictly sticking to about 12 issues worth, but as time went on, they were willing to go to about 16. So I'm wondering if some of the later ones are a bit meatier. It's cool. It's cool anyway. If I was collecting hardcovers right now, I'd be all over this. So that's neat, especially since the John's Flash omnibus run's readily available. Or at least it was. It has been multiple times. Titans United getting collected. Trial of the Amazons getting collected. War for Earth 3, which was the crossover that was in a couple of books recently that we didn't want to read. And then Wonder Woman by George Perez Omnibus 2022 edition.
Reprint, yeah.
This is just volume 1, because that was more than one volume.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So this is just volume 1, yeah.
Either volume 2 is still in print, or they'll announce that later.
Yeah, a bit later. I like that they're keeping these important runs in omnibus forms in print by reprinting them every so often. It's really good. And speaking of, the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 5 for Wonder Woman has been solicited here. And again, I like that they're committing to these and getting through them all. So maybe it won't be too long before we get Silver Age. That said, they're only in Volume 5 of this, so we'll see.
Yeah, what would that take us to? We're still in the early 50s, it says. Yeah.
Early 50s, yeah. So you can just look up Wonder Woman issue 47, see when that came out. That's the last issue of that book in it. So, yeah. I mean, it's really nice that they've committed to that. It does these lines.